Chicago, does anybody really know what time it is? There seems to be no limits to the contribution to this state of the Wills family. Of course, my beloved Anne Wills, our beloved Anne Wills, beloved of South Australia, continues her wonderful work as an entertainer, often with her sister Susan. And they have been a double act for a very long time, the Wills sisters. But Susan McDonald has been a teacher for a very long time. Welcome, Susan McDonald.
Peter, yes, I have been. I've been a teacher for 57 years.
And you retired a couple of years ago. And,
yeah.
But you go back as a relief teacher and you get a lot of work, Susan.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, with the COVID, it's really, called in the relief teachers because of so much sickness around, you know.
Yes, of course. But you love teaching, Susan.
I do. It's a passion of mine, yeah.
You must have, after all these years. And I think you started in the state system and you went to...
I did.
You've taught in a lot of smaller Catholic primary schools, haven't you, Susan?
Yeah, yes, I have.
And you're well regarded in that system.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
No, of course you are. Now, Willsey told me this story the other night, and I was just completely charmed by it. You can tell us what happened, please, Susan.
All right. Well, I've been doing a lot of relief work, as you said. So I was called in for this particular day. I was booked up ahead, and my granddaughter Nikki also was called up at the same time at the same school.
St Patrick's at Wingfield,
yes, Mansfield Park, and so we were both there, Nana and granddaughter on the same day, different classes, of course. So it was quite an unusual thing to happen.
What are the chances of that? Of a grandmother and a granddaughter, and let's meet your granddaughter, Nikki McDonald. Hello, Nikki.
Oh, hi, Peter.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. That was actually my first ever relief day as a teacher, so
With you?
great.
Were you surprised that your grandmother was there?
Yeah, kind of surprised, but she's always filled up with work, so wasn't surprised that she would be,
I wonder, it's unique. Has this happened anywhere else in the world, that a grandmother and a granddaughter, a grandmother, after 57 years of teaching, has her granddaughter on her first day as a teacher, Nikki?
Yeah, it's definitely a unique situation. It was great to have her there, obviously.
Well, and do you call her Nana?
Yeah.
What have you learned from Nana, Nikki?
Oh, I've learned a lot of things. She's given me so much advice on different strategies, behaviour management and planning and all those sorts of things, and also just like persistence and having a good work drive and like forming relationships with students, how to be a kind person and all those sorts of things.
Thanks, Nikki.
And did the kids see you together?
Yeah, talking and like during eating time, and the kids, when I told them my name is Miss McDonald, they said, "Oh, we have another Miss McDonald as well," and I'm like, "Yeah, she's my grandma," and they were so surprised.
Yeah. Oh, look, let me tell you, Peter, though, thing is, so we're outside doing yard duty, and Nikki wasn't on the same time as I was, and some of the children that she had in her class came up to me and said, Miss McDonald, we've got your granddaughter, Nikki McDonald, as our teacher. And I said, yes, isn't that great? And they said, she's awesome.
And you must have been nervous, Nikki.
Oh, definitely. It was definitely a nervous day, but as I got to know the students, got comfortable in the classroom, it made the day a lot better. But yeah, definitely nerve-wracking to start off with.
It's hard to face a class. What year were you teaching, Nikki?
Year 3/4.
Oh wow! And you, Susan?
I have the older ones, the 5, 6s.
Yes. But it must be terrifying, that, because teachers, you need charisma, don't you, Susan? And you've got charisma to burn.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, I think, the thing is, as Nikki said, you try and get relationships going straight away with them, and being nice and caring to them, and so they can see that, you know, you're not there to be nasty to them, you're there to help them.
I think Wilsey should have gone down.
Yeah.
She could have done a hot glue class.
Maybe I'll send her next time and I get sick. I'll send her.
Yeah, I think so. Because your daughter Samantha's also a teacher, Susan.
She is, and she teaches in Kadina, and she's in the high school area.
You must have inspired all
Oh
of
my
these
goodness! Oh my goodness!
Well,
Look, it's awful. You know, I go to the supermarket or something, and they'll come up to me and they say, "Do you remember when you taught me at?" You know.
Yes. And do you remember them?
Oh, look, yeah, mostly I do. When they say their name and I look at their face, you know, and I think, oh yes, I do recall that. Yes.
Because with relief teaching, both of you, I mean, do the kids try and get it over on you? Because.
Well, I think they try to, but when they can see that you're genuinely there to help them, it's a different case, you know, and they know that you're there to try and do what their normal teacher would like you to do, because they usually leave work for the relief teachers so that the continuity is there with the class, and so, you know, I think they do. Some of them can be a little bit devious, but most of the time they can see that you're there genuinely to help.
Indeed, Nikki. And so, will you ever actually retire, Susan?
I don't know, Peter. I don't know. Maybe.
Teaching is so tiring. As you will learn, Nikki, I think there's nothing more tiring than teaching, because you've got to give so much of yourself all day, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Were you tired after that first day, Nikki?
Yeah, I was pretty tired, but I'm used to working at Osh, so I'm used to working the later hours of the day. So I actually finished the day and thought, oh, I've got so much rest of the day left. But yeah, it was nice.
I remember, I've often cited this, but I did a stint as a voluntary drama teacher at the Islamic College, and I had 2 hours a week. And there would be different years, an hour, and then in one class and an hour with another class, 2 hours a week. I was exhausted. I had to come home and have a rest. And I thought, people do this 8 hours a day all their lives.
Well, you're sort of performing all the time.
Yes, you are. And you understand that. You're still a performer as well, Susan. You often do gigs with Wilsey in the Fringe and elsewhere.
Well, it's if I can fit the clothes, I do, you know. So, I've got to go on a diet for our next gig.
You're not a singer, Nikki, are you?
Oh, no, not much of a performer myself.
Well, you're rare in that family not to be, but it's marvellous that you're at the beginning of this career that you chose. Why did you want to be a teacher, Nikki?
I had a few work experience opportunities in primary school, and I originally... in high school, and I originally wanted to do PE teaching, but obviously throughout my degree, like I had a few placements, and I just loved teaching in general. I'd still love to be a PE teacher in the future, but obviously primary school teaching is like, I'm happy doing that, and I love doing it. So.
And you got a job at this school too, Nikki, didn't you?
Yeah, I've got a contract next term, which is exciting.
That's marvellous. At that St Patrick's at Mansfield Park.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations. Wow.
When we walked in, Peter, the other day together to the office area, I said, well, it's the McDonald power here. So they knew that it was going to be,
And you taught me something some time ago, Susan, because when we're out with Wilsey, as you both would know, and you tend to disappear. My friend Samuel always says, doesn't matter what you're wearing with Wilsey because nobody notices you. And, there are always people coming up to talk to Wilsey, which is wonderful. And I said to you once, you must be used to this, Susan. And you said, no, I'm proud of her.
Yes, I am.
And I thought that was marvellous, Susan.
I love her to bits. She's the best person.
She is the best, heart of gold, and a friend to so many of us, Susan, including you, of course. And how you remember your great grandmother, Nikki, Queenie?
Yeah.
A wonderful woman. And you both you and Wills, you're turning into Queenie too, Susan, which is no bad thing.
No.
But how proud she would have been of all you girls, I tell you.
Yes,
indeed. It's a lovely story, a grandmother and a granddaughter teaching at the same school on the same day, and I wish you both well, and I just want to remind you and everybody that teaching is the most noble profession. Teaching is the most important thing anybody can do, because everything depends on teachers, Nikki, so you know that, Susan,
thank you so much.
and you're learning that, Nikki, and I hope you get 57 years or more in this gig, yes. So
I hope she does too. Yes.
Thank you very much, both of you. Susan and Nikki McDonald. Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Isn't that lovely? What a wonderful story. Wow. Here on ABC Radio Adelaide. Oh, here's a treat coming up too. It's 11 minutes to